came to what? Drive by. Okay, you know what a drive by is. Oh, and the Bronx's very own A Boogie with a Hoodie. How the fuck did you get arrested on gun charges and possession of marijuana? I thought marijuana was illegal in Jersey. Jersey is a sham. So how do you guys feel about BET saying that they're going to bring back a College Hill reboot? Now, if you are a person of a certain age when it comes to reality shows, you'll remember that in the early 2000s, the BETs came with it with their show, College Hill. And then remember when Keisha Cole's show used to come on The Way It Is? Frankie and Neffy were everything. Honestly, it should have been called the Frankie and Neffy show. Okay. The show basically was about giving the perspective of college students who go to HBCUs. Well, it looks like we are going to be getting the reboot that we've always asked for. So the series will return in 2021. The show is set to take place at Jackson State University in Jackson, Mississippi. However, the show will be different from how we remembered in 2004 because the reboot is supposed to include celebrities who are pursuing higher education. Now, Jackson State University seems like the perfect place to kick off the new season, as NFL legend Deion Sanders was announced as Jackson State's head coach for their football team, and his son Shador has announced that he would be joining his dad at the university after decommitting from another school. So, my question to you is, how do you feel about a College Hill reboot that may feature celebrities? And let's just put air quotes on celebrities, will we? Okay, so there's that part of the question. And then the other side of the question is, do we want College Hill back? Now, here's the thing about certain shows. I think that it is great to offer the perspective of what we want our kids to model, right? I think that we stop caring about making aspirant television. And by aspirant, I mean, from the word aspire. And I believe that word has its roots in Latin, from the word spirit, to breathe into, so basically, I've always been a proponent for aspirant television, or aspirant entertainment, especially for African Americans. I think for many of us in our homes, there is a cycle of trauma that is all too visible. There is a cycle of dysfunction, which is all too visible. And a lot of times there is, internal wars that we fight. And I think it's always great for us to be able to see something that we could look to. It's hard to be what you haven't seen. You know what I mean? Like it has to be. It just has to be hard to be what you don't see. So with that in mind, I think that I like the idea of College Hill coming back. I don't love the idea of it being celebrities, but nonetheless, I'm interested in knowing what will happen. So I have a question for you. You gonna get the COVID shot or no? I'm just asking, is you is or is you ain't going to get the shot? Now, I have two words for you. Tuskegee experiment. Now, for many of us, it's like, well, why wouldn't you get the shot? Just get the fucking shot. Don't talk against the shot. Letitia Wright, of the Black Panther movie, she spoke out recently about shots and posted some shit on her social media, which also kind of gotten into some weird Imhotep vibe about, I don't know, homosexuality or whatever. Now, in my mind, I think that it's okay for you to have feelings, whether they be religious and or not, about vaccinations and etc. I think that every decision has a responsibility that is aligned with it. And I think that when you make a decision, you just got to deal with the responsibility, right? All right, cool. You don't want to do vaccination, then, you deal with this shit, right? All right, whatever. I think the problem then becomes, though, like, in this case, where it's like you're trying to dissuade someone from vaccination, but based off of what? Like what's the whole thing? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. All right. Last but not least, because this was a quick drive-by, I want to set the table, the tone, and the atmosphere as we round out the last 3 weeks of this year. I think for a lot of us, as I said before, the challenge has been familiarity versus faith, right? And for a lot of us, the reason why we have not been able to go from glory to glory is because we've been stuck on familiarity. The same old relationship that's broke, the same old job that don't work, you doing the same shit, wanting different results, but that's not a thing. Familiarity can breed contempt. More times than not, it does. The conscious mind knows and understands that anything that isn't evolving and growing is dead. Challenge yourself. What can I do? See, you don't need a new year. You don't need a new calendar year to make a change. 30 days can make a habit. You can start today. Don't get so comfortable with the familiar that you miss out on the favor. Now, in order to get from that destination to the other, the journey is faith. Consciously, it really involves you challenging yourself on a daily to evolve, to shed. Do you know how much skin you shed every day? How much hair you shed? Your body is in constant evolution. Now, what a pity it would be to find out that your body was in evolution while your mind was in park. Familiarity to favor, with the journey being faith. I love you so much for checking in. Listen, this was a drive-by. Blow one up for your girl, all right? I love you for listening. I'll catch you this weekend. Same time, same place, God willing, and the creek don't rise. And remember, if you're not at the table, you might be on the menu. Peace.